What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode. We did get some snow, as you can tell. It is about that time of the year, you know what I'm saying, where the snow starts to hit. But thankfully it's not that bad. I already have both driveways cleared, so and I have a path to the cribbo, so it's really not that big of a deal. So I did come out here a little bit earlier and turn the heat on because I knew it was going to be out here working. Let's see. All right, so I do have, well, not crazy news because it was only 2 days ago which I took this head off, but I do have an idea, and I want you guys to stick with me because I feel like it's a good idea, and I think we can fast track this. So as you can tell, here is the cylinder head here. It literally hasn't moved since the other day. I do have the heat going, and super happy that it's not super toasty in here, but it's warm enough. It's warm enough to actually work. But I do want to get some stuff done, and yeah, and then we can kind of just try to move from there. You know what I'm saying? Like I do have stuff that I have to do in the house. But I'm trying to belay that stuff. I'm trying to not to go super crazy, trying to get that stuff done, even though I kind of need to. But anyway, let me get this out, and let me show you exactly what I've been thinking about. All right, people, so here is my idea. Boom. So what I did was I dragged my 2.3 liter stroker from out of the corner over there, and I think I'm gonna use the head off of this bad boy. So I know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with this engine, so I think it'll be perfectly fine running the head on it. So let me take the valve cover off, put it over here, and let me show you the internals of this bad boy. So as you can tell, I do have aftermarket cams in here. They are Crower intake and exhaust cams, but I do have Brian Crower, you know, springs, retainers, stuff like that in there. I think they were all brand new rockers, you know, everything to make the car go fast. So yeah, I think the only reason why I didn't run this engine is because the engine that I have in Ivy right now, my tuner actually built, like, full stop, like, built it. All I had to do is just buy everything, and it was pretty much the same specs as what this engine is. So but I trusted his stuff more than I trusted my machine shop. But you know, I think now that we have this engine out, I think I actually might just have him do this engine as well, you know, and make sure that we have two identical spec engines. So what I'm going to do with this head, on the other hand, is that I'm going to buy, like I said in the last video, I'm going to buy everything that I can brand new. I'm still debating on what I should do with the intake and exhaust valves themselves. I actually just might get stock size valves and just like do all new valves, all new valve springs, all new keepers, all new springs and retainers. I might just do everything, and valve guides. That's probably going to be the goal for this bad boy. I'm not looking to make crazy horsepower. Like, to be honest with you, the car is well suited. My tuner told me all I need is a pump and bigger injectors, because right now I only have, I think, 1200 cc injectors. I want to say 1200s, but I only have a single pump. So if I put a dual pump in there and bigger injectors, and I run straight E through this bad boy, it's a 700 horsepower car all day long. But I am a little scared of 700 horsepower. 550 is a really fun car. So with the GTR and Ivy running at the 550 mark, well, I don't think I really need to go any further than that. Like, I don't need to go anything super wild. So if you're asking, yeah, the GTR does make 530, so not quite 550, but 530 on E85, and I have like 25 gallons of it just sitting if I ever want to run that. But on pump gas, that thing makes 460. So still good numbers for what the GTR is, upgraded turbos, you know, all that jazz. I think I'm gonna go for a little bit more power, try to hit that 550 mark with those turbos because I think it'll handle it. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, back to this bad boy. So that is going to be my project for today, getting this bad boy off, getting the timing belt off and everything like that, and just making sure that everything looks good. So I did go and get new gaskets. So I do have a new intake manifold gasket, new head gasket. I do have an exhaust manifold gasket up there somewhere. So I do have all the gaskets that I definitely do need. Like I said in the last video, this is a built bottom end, and I'm gonna look to see how good it looks compared to my 2.3, because it's literally just been sitting in the corner for a while now. So I don't even know if it's even got oil in it. It looks like it probably does still have oil in it, but I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, anyway, let me set the camera up and let's get rocking on this bad boy. Yo, holy crap. Let me tell you something real quick. This engine still looks really, really, really healthy. I'll tell you that. Cross hatching is still there. Yeah, the pistons are just a little dirty, and there's just a little dust in here. Probably it was from a Caterpillar or something like that, whether it was in there. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. But yeah, so it does still have oil in it, because I'm still getting oil up through some of these holes. So I do need to empty that out, but the surface of the head looks really, really, really good. Like I said before, the pistons just look dirty. Down here in cylinder number 1, you can see there's, well, no, I guess they're all about the same. All about the same kind of thickness. Having a 2.3 liter, the pistons do rock a little. You can't really, you can see it a little bit, but it is definitely one of those well-known things. Whenever you're going stroker, the pistons do kind of rock a little bit, but no big deal. It is what it is. It's one of those kind of things. But we do have the head off, and the head looks freaking great, to be honest with you. So as you can tell, I just kept everything right the way it was. The only reason why I did that is just because I don't really need to do anything. All I really need to do is honestly just throw this bad boy right on the block, and we can keep it moving from there. So I did do over here, I put the you know, the cams at top dead center, the valves and stuff over here. So I'm gonna have to pull down cylinder number 1 and 4, make it a little bit even, just so I can kind of like drop this bad boy right on top, and then we can kind of keep it moving from there. Honestly, like, this should be a pretty quick job, but I probably won't get it started on, you know, this video, obviously, because like there's a lot of work to be done. I do got to pull this plug out here. So if you know what's going on, well, if you know anything about Ivy, you know that it's a big turbo car, 2.3 liter, and it runs an oil feed line. Well, it used to run an oil feed line, not from the head. I don't know if I still have it from the head, because I have a different turbo setup. So this engine came with all the FP turbos. So all right, so quick reminisce here. So I've had a lot of different turbos with this car, and I've been happy with maybe 2 or 3 of them. So I've had a bunch of stock appearing turbos. I've gone through an FP green. I've never had an FP red. Had an FP black. Had a GT30, GT35, and now I'm up to, well, no, I had a super stock 20G turbo on Ivy, and now I'm at a AMS 900R kit, so 6262 turbo, and I love it. I really do. I actually love the bigger turbos, but if I had to pick between two turbos that are pretty dead neck and neck, ones I really love, it'd have to be the GT35R and the FP Black. Those are my two top tier turbos. The 6262 that's on here now is good. Unfortunately, like it is a little laggy, you know, but I'm not upset about it at all. I don't even think it's even in its turbo threshold. So like I probably do about 25, 26, maybe 27 pounds of boost. And I know these things could probably go upwards of about like 35 to 40. So I'm not even really in the efficiency range of that turbo. But yeah, so I've had a lot of turbos. But this engine and this head were set up for smaller turbos. So nothing as crazy as the 6262. You know what I mean? So yeah, getting back to it, I do have, like I said before, I do have my metal head gasket, and I do have my intake manifold gaskets. I will be putting the intake manifold gasket on. It'll be pretty easy, simple. It's right here. Won't have to worry about anything. And then we can worry about torquing this bad boy down. So hopefully I won't have any leaks afterwards. I didn't pull anything else off of this, this cylinder head. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it rocking. So let's go. Oh man. All right, so as you can tell, I did my torque sequence, and now, man, oh man, the only thing I really need to do now is throw the intake manifold and the exhaust manifold on, get the timing belt done, and yeah, get the timing belt done, do the oiling stuff, and I think that'll probably be about it, to be honest with you. It is a quick process. Thankfully, like, it is all laid out. I didn't really have to take too much stuff apart, just the head, and I can deal with that. You know what I mean? I can deal with that. So yeah, let's get back to it. I got to change my battery. I'm at 39%. So yeah, we'll get back to it in just 1 second. Hold right quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks. So I've done a little bit more than what I said I was going to do here. So I have the valve cover on. I have the whole intake manifold, fuel injectors. I have everything in the back done. The only reason why I did that is because it's a lot, like, you're not gonna really want, you know, like, I can't really show you anything. It's like 10 bolts in the back, 2 bolts underneath, slide it in and out, 2 12s for the fuel rail. So it's really nothing too crazy. A 10 millimeter over here for, you know, for the T-bolt clamp. You know, like, it's stuff that's it's like pointless kind of showing you. You know what I mean? So I'm just not going to. You know what I mean? So everything from the front here, I can definitely show you. So we're definitely going to get back to the action right now. I do have probably, I don't know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so before I can actually stop filming, because I got to go inside and do a couple things. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just get back to the action. All right. ladies and gentlemen, folks, so as you can tell, we are lined up here. As I told you before, since I do not have balance shafts or balance shaft belts, the oil pump does not need to be at top dead center or lined up, but I usually like to do it. It's common practice, so I just try to do it. But as you can tell, the bottom is lined up. At the top, well, I gotta let it down. At the bottom, at the top, it was lined up. I do have a camshaft position tool, or whatever you want to call it, just to show exactly where the cams are. But let's see. So I use these little clips here, common practice for me, just so that the timing belt won't slip off. So one here, and as you can tell, it is lined up. It is lined up very nicely on both sides. So now I can just pull, this cam lock tool out. Super cheap, like 20 bucks, but good to know. So with that done, let me get this, and let's go underneath here. I just need to pull my tensioner. All right, tensioner is pulled. You gotta pull the pin out. All right, pin is out. So I usually have a ton of those pins. So what I'm gonna do is, as you can imagine here, just go a couple revolutions. So you always want to do a couple revolutions just to make sure there is no binding, nothing's crazy, and it seems like everything is good here. So I'm very happy. So some techs will tell you that a couple rotations and it should line back up. I've never really been one of those people, but let me see if I can get this bad boy lined up down here and then see where it's looking like over here. So that's lined up. Let's go up top. Lined up there, lined up there. So we are in good shape. We are in good shape. So the head is on, timing belt done, exhaust manifold done, intake manifold done. What else? I still need to put the radiator in there, and then we can try to start this bad boy. But I don't know how much it's gonna really, if it's gonna really start. So I'm in a weird spot. So I'm talking to my tuner at the moment to try to figure out exactly what kind of tune I should, like, what type of tune that he wants me to do. So I'm gonna be getting it put on the dyno. So some tuners, as you know, like certain injectors. It just works for them, and I try my best to try to get those to them. Sometimes it doesn't work, like Ivy here. Ivy's got 1200cc Blue Max, and they're fat injectors. Same thing with this. This thing's got 1200cc injectors, Blue Max fats, or FIC fats injectors. So I do want to change that up, newer technology. But since I have a built motor, big cams, FP green, I do not know if 1000cc injectors, because I have 2 sets of injectors in the house right now. So I have a set of new 1000cc injectors, and I have a set of 2000cc injectors. So the 2000cc injectors will be going into Ivy, because I will try to make some type of more horsepower. But I definitely do need those, you know, like looked at, make sure that they're still good, blah, 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 blah. But they are both ID injectors, and I just want to make sure everything is solid with them. But with that being said, if I'm going to put the 2000s in Ivy, then that only leaves 1000cc injectors for Sapphire. But I do not think 1000cc injectors will be enough for Sapphire to actually like want to make power. So I don't know exactly what type of power I'm looking for, be honest with you. A 4 in front of it would be great, but I know FP greens will go mid to upper 4s. So like I don't want to get my hopes up, because every time I get my hopes up, they always get dashed, because it just the car just doesn't want to make that type of power. So I mean, so it is what it is. Prime example was Saphire with Ivy. I was hoping for 600 horsepower with the setup that I got, and it fell shy, you know, right around the 550 mark, like I said before. So that was a little disappointing, but not upsetting. I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, enough of me talking. I want to make power with this car. I want to make it fun. I want to make it, you know, like just fun, a fun car. And but yeah, like I don't know what injectors I should go with. But if you guys in the comments, let me know in the comments below if you guys have an FP Green. What injectors are you running? What pump are you running? I don't know what type. I'm pretty sure I put a pump in this, a Walbro 320 or whatever. That's E85 compatible, but I want to make sure like I can make at least 400 horsepower. That is the goal, to try to make 400. Anything over that would be great, like I said before. But yeah. So I don't know where we're gonna go with that, because I'm trying to get on the horn with my tuner, try to figure that out. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Next video hopefully will be the first start of this, well, not the first start, but another start to see if all is good, which I again, I don't want to get my hopes up, but we're gonna have to see. So I will see you guys on the next episode. Hopefully we can get these things started and there will be no issues, but we're just gonna have to see from there. So until then, I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.